Hello and welcome to Business Growth School for Service Providers podcast. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Are you a dentist, realtor, lawyer, accountant? Do you provide services locally? Then this podcast is for you. Here we share strategies, tricks, and techniques on how to generate more leads and sales using online marketing. Join us every day for 5 minutes and take away strategies which you can apply
So this week, another big brand, Payless Shoes, which has over 2,500 stores in US and I think over 250 stores in Canada, they went bankrupt. They are done, guys. I know a lot of you probably grew up with this brand, and we're gonna talk about in today's video that why they actually went bankrupt. So before I go into that, let's watch this video.
The experiment making headlines by the chain Payless Shoes. They held a grand opening of a luxury store with a different name but the same shoes and charged hundreds more for those same shoes. Customers paid. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
Behold, Payless.
We built a fake luxury store in Los Angeles and filled it with Payless shoes. The guests at our grand opening party had no idea.
Guests invited to check out what looked like a luxury shoe shop.
They're elegant, sophisticated.
I just think it's so classy.
And I could tell it was made with high quality material.
A $35 shoe going for $645, an 1,800% markup. Store owners sat on their heels as fashion influencers emptied their wallets.
I would pay $400, $500. Yeah, people are gonna be like, where'd you get those? Those are amazing.
Then they're let in on the prank.
These are actually from Payless.
You've got to be kidding me.
Shut up. Are you serious?
But those shoppers were refunded their money and they got to keep the shoes.
David, Payless calling it a provocative social experiment designed to challenge today's image-conscious culture. Either way, it was an effective PR stunt.
Yeah.
David.
I hope you like this video. Now let's talk about the reason, right, why Payless Shoes technically went bankrupt. Now, the funny thing is that, actually they have a good shoes at a good price. From a value perspective, what they're selling, it's a good, good, decent price for a good value, right? But the problem is, when you think about something is cheap, you as a consumer, what do you think? That thing, that product or that service is like shit. Let's talk about another example, right? Of a French, like a French mustard, and this actually, picture comes from Kroger, and it's a store brand versus the French mustard brand. And you can clearly see the price difference among these two, but people are picking up French brand over the store brand. We as consumers are being wired in a way that if something is cheap, your product or a service, it will basically be not a good product or a service because it's cheap. As a business owner, a lot of the small and medium-sized business owner, they basically just differentiate themselves based on the price. They're like, hey, you know what? I'm one of the cheapest ones in the market. I provide this service at a good cost. I can beat my competitors outright. And that's what Payless did. They made good shoes at a good price, which their competitors cannot. But what was the problem? The narrative they built in their customers' mind was that their product is like shit. Their service is like shit. Because what they were competing on, they were just competing on the price. And when people know that something is the cheapest, they automatically presume that that product or that service is not good. And this is the problem Payless faced. And I know a lot of the small and mid-sized business owners are facing the same problem. Their services and their products are compared like a commodity, and they have a hard time differentiating themselves because the problem is most of the time they're competing on the price, and that's a completely wrong way to position your business. where other brands like Fendi's and like Louis Vuittons and like Coaches of the world are going more high end. They're like $300, $500, $1,000 for a damn shoes. Payless couldn't sustain, although there are more buyers who can afford Payless over high brands, but still Payless cannot sustain itself because it was positioned in a wrong way. And your business, if it's positioned based as a commodity, if you're just playing the game based on the price, you will not be rich by that.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to listen to previous episodes, go to rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. Again, I'll repeat that, rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early with another business growth lesson. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.